everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I just came in today with a little bit of celebrity tea. First ones up are Porsha and Kandi. Now, a couple weeks ago, we heard that these two had gotten into a fight. Now, since then, both of them had denied that it was an actual fist fight. They basically said that they had a disagreement. Now, the disagreement stemmed from allegedly Kandi asking Porsha about her anger management issues, and basically it was said that Porsha got upset and she stormed out of this restaurant where they were having a meal, and I guess she crossed the street to go get in her car, and the reports say that she was erratically running back and forth across the street. Now, since then, Porsha has said on This Nation that it was just that, and it was just an argument that they had, and she did walk away from the situation and go get in her car. A lot of fans had thought that it was Candy's fault for, I guess, pressing Porsha about that anger management stuff. But Kandi came onto social media and said that, did we actually believe that BS that she started something with Porsha? But since then, something else has dropped out of the sky today. A little bit more tea. And basically, this new tea is allegedly stating, and I'll say again, allegedly, that Kandi had asked Porsha to have a threesome with her and Todd. Now, this is supposedly going to air on the upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. From what I read today, it said that Porsha stated this in front of everyone and that it's on camera, this little argument that they had. Now, in this argument, Porsha is stating that Kandi has asked her several times to have a threesome with Todd. She even said that Kandi had asked to suck her pussy, and she told her that she does not do teapots, meaning that Kandi was short and stout. Now, I don't know how true this is, and I guess we won't really know if this really happened until the show airs. Now, this same story that I read today stated that Kandi and Todd have been having threesomes, that they have actually introduced someone else into their bedroom. Now, this story also says, now again, all of this is allegedly, because again, we won't know if this really happened until the show came on. But the story is saying that Kandi and Todd have slept with Shamia. Now, you guys remember Shamia. She was introduced as Porsha's friend. She was the lively one that had the little bikini on, and she, was a beautiful chocolate little girl. And, she was fun and outgoing, and she was on the boat when Porsha and Cynthia had their little run in. Now, again, I don't know how true this story is about Kandi and Todd, if they're into doing threesomes now. But y'all, what it is the reason why a lot of people are believing this is because you guys know Kandi makes no bones about her, sexual prowess and what she likes in the bedroom. She has her little toy line and then her candy coated nights where she speaks openly about, her freak number. So a lot of this is making the fans believe that this threesome thing is real. Now, I'm going to ask myself, do I believe that Kandi would actually ask Porsha, knowing that Porsha is on the show and that Porsha could spill that tea at any time, which would, I guess kind of mess up Candy's image on the show. So I don't believe it. I don't believe Again, until I see it on the show where Porsha openly confronts Kandi and Candy's response. Now, that's the only way I'm going to believe it, because this one is really out there, y'all. Um, Kandi asking Porsha for a threesome and asking her numerous times, knowing Porsha is on the show. I don't know, y'all. That seems a little out there, but hey, stranger things have happened. So this is another one of those stories where I would definitely like your opinion on it and what you think. Do you think that Candy and Todd are having threesomes, first of all? And secondly, do you think that they slept with Shamia? And then third, do you think that they actually asked Porsha to participate in a threesome with him? I know that's a lot, but man, I would sure like to hear what other people are thinking about this. So y'all let me know down in the comment section. On to the next story. Okay, this next story is about Miss Toni Braxton, and this story is concerning another financial issue for Toni. Now, I read this story today that Toni owes over $124,000 in back taxes. And what the story says is if Toni doesn't pay that money, they're going to start coming after her assets. Now, everyone knows, that Toni has had a couple bankruptcies prior to this. Now, this story is not saying that Toni is going to need to file bankruptcy. It's just basically saying that she owes that money. But, prior to this, she did have those two bankruptcies. One of them was because she couldn't perform, and then the other one is because she was in a little battle with her record label. And, she didn't come out on the winning end. And in that Toni Braxton movie, we saw all of this play out. But these recent issues for me are saying that Toni needs to get a better financial team, behind her. Once again, we have one of our stars that is having, tax issues. And every time I see a story like this, it makes me wonder, like, who do they have, handling their financial thing? Because these stars are coming up left and right with these problems. Now, I don't know if it's that they are so busy, trying to keep their careers on the top. This fame thing can be hard on them. And a lot of them are focusing on their career and trying to get songs out, and they're trusting, the financial team that they have working for them to be doing their jobs. Now, in Toni's case, I would have been extra careful because, I had those previous bankruptcies. Now, I don't think that Toni is going to have to file bankruptcy now because she does have, Braxton Family Values, and I'm pretty sure Toni is touring. So I think it's more of a matter of Toni needs to get those taxes paid so they don't start coming after her assets. That is, embarrassing for her. And also, it makes people talk about her and kind of ridicule her for constantly having problems with her financial, stuff. I don't know. It makes you kind of, I don't know if the word is feel sorry for them or pity them because, you know, having to constantly keep track of your money, which, see, if it was me, I'd be on my shit. I just, you know, I couldn't let other people just blindly handle my money. I just couldn't. That wouldn't be me. We would be sitting down quite a lot to discuss what I have and make sure that what I thought I had was actually what I had. In another video, I talked about how I don't necessarily, watch Oprah and I'm all Oprah down and, an Oprah stan. But what I do notice is that Oprah talks about, keeping track of your money, and not letting people, just tell you what to do, educate yourself and everything, all that stuff Oprah talks, because after a while, sometimes Oprah can work my nerves. So I don't want to get too deep into all that. But what I will say is that we have not heard of Oprah in all the years that Oprah has been on television ever having these type of issues. So one could take a note from whatever it is that Oprah's doing to keep her money straight. Toni Braxton needs to get with her. That's all I'm saying. And find out what Oprah's doing, because, to think that everything is okay, and then I guess for Toni to wake up one morning and find out yet again she's having these issues. I know that's got to be hard on this girl, because actually, of all the Braxtons, after watching the Braxton show and getting to know all the sisters, I still like Toni the best. She's the one that seems a lot calmer, and she has her issues, but I just like her best. So you guys tell me, do you think that Toni is just allowing people to handle her finances and she's not paying attention? Or what exactly do you think is going on with Toni that this continues to happen to her? Again, this would be something that I would love to hear what other people are saying. Okay, this last one up is The Game. And he was on Wendy Williams' show. Now, I didn't catch the show. I don't normally watch Wendy daily. I catch her when there is going to be someone that I like on the show. I just can't do Wendy every day. And I love her hot topics, though. Now, I'll say this. When Wendy has a guest on and there is a question that Wendy wants them to ask, one thing I will say about Wendy is she will keep pushing, pushing, and pushing until she gets them to answer that question that we all have been wanting them to answer. So what she did is she went down the Kardashian list and she asked him which one of those women had he slept with. Now, she asked him about Chloe first, and he really didn't say anything, which leads you to believe that he did. She asked him about Kim. Again, he didn't say anything, which I believe he did. Courtney, he actually said no, he did not sleep with her. He asked about the mother. Well, she asked about the mother, and he said no. The girls, the young ones, and he said that they're not Kardashians. And then there was Black China, and he kind of intimated that it wasn't sex, it was oral. That's what I got from it. Now, one thing, like I said about Wendy, she will go there with them and she will get them to answer those questions. Now, do I believe him? Hey, I wouldn't put it past him, because those Kardashian girls have really slept around. Y'all know that. And we don't know who they have slept with and who they have not slept with. And, you know, hey, if the man said he slept with him on national television, then, well, he didn't actually say it, but him not saying anything leads you to believe that what he's saying is true. So I'm going to go with The Game for 400, Bob. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to say, well, if he said he did, until they get on television, which, they're not going to do, and dispute what he said, I believe him, because they are some, and I'm going to use one of my older aunts, my great aunts, little words that she used. Them is some loose cock hoes there. These bitches sleep around with everybody, and y'all know that is true. They are from one man to another. Think about each one of them when they have a breakup. They'll be with a new guy so fast, or you will hear about them with someone else so fast that it's like, oh my God. They don't even as my great aunt would say, and y'all, I'm just being pretty graphic here, they don't give their pussies a rest. These are the type of women that, they have to have a man. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but they don't seem to take a break, a real break between men before they're on to the next one. So this thing where he slept with all of them, ugh, that is kind of nasty, y'all. It's not kind of nasty. It's actually really nasty. So in the comments, I'd like to know, do you guys think he slept with three of them? Look, he said he slept with Chloe, Kim, and did he say that, it was some oral with Black China? And did he mean that she performed it on him? Or did he mean that he performed it on her? So I didn't get that part. Y'all let me know what y'all got from it down in the comments, child. That is it for today. Thank you for watching my video. And as always, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.